Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Math for Monday. And this is your math book. Do you remember your math book? Okay, well, I hope you don't forget your math book because you're going to go back to it soon. So far, right now you have your pages, and that's what you're going to work on. You're going to work on your pages right now. All right, we're going to do a new lesson today. We're going to do lesson 10.1. Are you ready? Okay, this rocket ship is going to blast off. Here we go. All right, boys and girls. So let's see what we have to do here. By the way, just a heads up. You're going to need a blue crayon and a green crayon. I got my crayons right here. So if you don't have your crayons, go look for them because you're going to need them. We have a problem to solve. All right, let's see what we have to do here. It says, read the following problem. There are 2 green cubes and 4 blue cubes. You get to see the blue letters that you never got to see before because you were only listening to me, but I need to read now too. So now it says there are 2 green cubes and 4 blue cubes. How many more blue cubes are there than green cubes? Once again, we know that there are 2 green cubes. So we go here to the green and we are gonna color 2 green cubes. We're gonna color these in green for the cubes, right? So we color one space. Try to color nicely, please. And then we color another space. Here we go. We color 2 for the green. And now let's see how many do we have to color for blue because I already forgot. And for blue. All right, so this is gonna be fun. Is this blue? It looks kind of purple, right? These crayons are so tricky. To me, it look blue. I'm sorry, and then now it kind of look purplish. So we color 1, 2, 3. Forget, girls, it doesn't have to be perfect. Even though I want you to color nicely, it doesn't have to be perfect. So here's the fourth space that we are coloring. All right. So my question is, boys and girls, let me see who can help me with this one. And I bet all of you are raising your hand at home. Okay, my question is, how many more blue cubes are there than green? How many more blue cubes are there than green? Yeah, you're right. There are 2 more blue cubes than green, right? Let me see if I can get this light to work in my favor. Yeah, there's actually 2 more blue than green and 2 less green than blue. So our answer, boys and girls, it's going to be, oh my goodness, where did I put that pen? It's all right. I'm gonna get this one over here. All right. So our answer, boys and girls, is gonna be 2, because there are 2 more blue cubes than green. You see, there's 4 blue, but there's only 2 green. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna turn the page now, and we are moving on to our next page. Don't forget that you have this example at the top that I want you to look at. The example it's mostly done for you most of the time, so that's the good thing about it. Like, a part of it is already done for you. All right, so it says a picture graph. We're gonna learn about picture graphs today. What is a picture graph? Well, it's right here. It says a picture graph uses pictures to show information. Now you have the pictures and you also have the words. What is this picture graph showing you? It's showing you children at the playground. Here we can see swings, and then we can see the picture of the swings. We can see the word slide and the picture of the slide. You see why it's important to learn to read? Because there's even reading in math. All right, so we can see, boys and girls, what do you think? Well, I think that there are 4 kids playing in the swings, and there's only 2 kids playing in the slide. And over here, we can see that each of these pictures stands for only one child. Because sometimes you're going to see how only one of these stands for more than one. But right now, it only stands for one child. So we can see that there are 4 children playing in the swings, but there's only 2 playing in the slide. Alright, so the first one says there are 4 children on the swing. We can see the picture of the swing, so we can say the word swing. You can go ahead and trace that number. 4 children on the swing. 4. Alright, now we're gonna move on to the second sentence. There are blank children on the slide. How many children are on the slide? Let's take a look at it. How many of them are on the slide? Only 2. So you're gonna go ahead and count them, 1 and 2, and write down your answer. There's only 2 children on the slide. But there's one more sentence, and it says there are more children on the blank. Where is it that most of the kids are playing at? Are they playing at the swings, or are they playing on the slide? If you said swings, you were right. Most of the children are playing on the swings. So you can go ahead and copy the word swings. You have it right there. Do not forget, use your best handwriting. Take your time to form each letter. Swings. Now we can go ahead and move on to our number 1. And here we don't have, we do actually have number 1, but we're going to answer a bunch of questions with each of these picture graphs. And at the top of the graph, boys and girls, you can read what the picture graph is about. And this one is not about children at the playground. This one says our favorite activity at the fair. I wish I could go to the fair. Okay, so here we have animals, and here we have rides. We have like a how is it called? The Ferris wheel. And then we have a picture of a horse. I love to see the pet zoo, I think it's called, at the fair. Is one of my favorite, but I also love the rides. Alright, so we also know that each of these little pictures stands for only one child. So don't forget that. Let's see. It says use the picture graph to answer the questions. And here we have to circle one of them. It says circle. Which activity did more children choose? We're gonna circle one of these. So which activity did more children choose? Let's see. Do you see more children on the animals or more children on the rides? That one is pretty easy, right? You can see more children on the rides. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna circle the rides. Very good. You got that one. Number 2. Here we go, number 2. How many children chose animals? Chose the horse, right? Because the horse stands for all the animals at the pet zoo. Okay, so we go over here and we're gonna count them. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we know that 5 children chose the animals. And then we can go ahead and move on to our next question. Our next question is question number 3. And he says, let me see if I can get more light into these. It says, how many children chose the Ferris wheels? The Ferris wheel stands for all the games at the fair. So how many children chose the Ferris wheel? Very easy. All we're going to do is we're going to go back to the picture graph. And we're going to count the children at the rides. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we know that there are 7 children playing on the rides or having fun on the rides. And then our last question for this picture graph asks you, how many fewer children chose horses or animals than rides? How many fewer? ¿Cuántos menos? Alright, here we go. We're comparing now between the animals and the rides. Let's see, what was the question again? How many fewer children chose, how many fewer? How many fewer? We count the empty spaces. How many fewer children shows the animals over the rides. And that is 2, boys and girls. Here we go. We have, if we compare them, we have 2 open spaces here compared to the rides. So that gives you your answer. Only two fewer children shows the animals over the rides. All right, so you're ready for your next. This book is so big that is falling all over. So here we go. We're gonna do our next picture graph, and let's see what this picture graph is about, because we want to know, right? And it says what we drink for lunch. So let's see what these kids drink. We have milk, we have juice, and water. And then don't forget that each of these little pictures, each of these stick people stands for one child. Only one. Don't forget that one. All right, so let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the questions. Don't forget this is a picture graph. Let's see. Use the picture graph to answer the questions. And we know that already. How many children drink milk? Milk. So how many children drink milk? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we can go over here to number 5 and we can write that 8 children liked or drank milk for lunch. Ooh, okay, so the things are getting harder now because now we have 2 pictures. So let's see what it says. Now it says, how many children in all drink apple juice and water? It is getting tricky because now they want to know how many together drank apple juice or juice and water. So guess what we have to do? We're gonna have to count the water and the juice together. We're gonna have to put these 2 together because it says and. So and usually means addition. We're gonna count the juice and the water together. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3 for the juice. If we keep counting after 3, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So together, the kids that drank juice and water were 8. If we put together the kids that drank juice and the kids that drank water, that will give you 8. Let's move on to number 7. Yay, this is so much fun. I love these picture graphs because they have these pretty pictures over here. Number 7, how many fewer children drink water than milk? So we can see here, boys and girls, that most of the kids drink milk, right? Just like in our school, most of the kids drink milk at lunch. But now they want us to compare the kids that have milk with the kids that have water. How many fewer kids had water than milk? How do we do that? Like we did before. We count the empty spaces. How many empty spaces do you have in reference to the kids that drank milk? So here you can see 1, 2, and 3. You have 3 empty spaces. So that tells you that there are 3 fewer children drank water than milk. All right, we're moving on to number 8. Number 8 asks you, how many more children drink milk than juice? We're going to kind of count those empty spaces once again. You're going to see. Don't forget, now you're comparing milk and juice. So here we go. Milk and juice. Here's milk and here's juice. So how many more kids had milk than juice? We're going to count these empty spaces. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 more kids had milk than the kids that had juice. And that's your answer. We go back over here and we write 5. All right. So now we go to the really hard questions. And these are some of the questions that sometimes we cross out because it's too hard for us, right? So let's see number 9. How many children in all drink milk, juice, and water? So now we are counting all of them together. Okay, let's see. How many kids? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We keep counting. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Oh, that's a lot of kids, right? That's actually the amount of kids in our class. There's 16 students in our class, and there are probably 16 students in that class as well. All right, here we go. We're moving to number 10. And number 10 says, 4 new children join the class. They drink juice at lunch. Now, how many more children drink juice than water? All right, so now we have a new thing. We know, boys and girls, that 4 new children join the class. So we're going to make them join the class. And where do we put them? Do we put them for milk? We put them for juice or for water? Well, it tells you right here. They drink juice at lunch. So we're going to go back to the graph. And you're going to draw the 4 kids that join the class. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to compare how many more kids drink juice than water. How many more? We're going to count the empty spaces. We're gonna compare the water to the juice. Let's see how many more spaces or how many fewer spaces are there are in the water compared to the juice. We have 1 and 2 spaces. So that means that 2 more children had juice than water. We come to the bottom and we are going to write our number 2 right there. And we are moving on to our last page for lesson 10.1. This is our last, I'll try to move these over here. My crayons are still there, somewhere over there. All right, here we go. And he says, our favorite animal at the zoo. So here's a brand new picture graph. You can see right here. And it says, our favorite animal at the zoo. So we have zebras, we have lions, and we have seals. So let's see, how many kids said that their favorite animal was a zebra? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 kids said, hey, my favorite animal is a zebra. And then let's see, how many kids said their favorite animal is the lion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 children said that their favorite animal is a lion. Finally, only 1 said that their favorite animal is a seal. Which one is your favorite? You tell me when I call you, okay? All right. Let's see what are the questions for this picture graph that we know is not about drinks at lunch or what was the other one about? I can't remember now. This one is about our favorite animal at the zoo. Let's see question number 11. It says, write an equation. Write a number sentence to solve the problem. Here we go. So number 11 says, how many children shows zebras and seals all together? So all together, boys and girls, this is a very key word. Now we know that we're not taking away. We're going to add. We're going to find how many kids like the zebras. Write it down here. How many kids like the seal? Write it down. We're going to add them and then we're going to find the answer for that. All right? Okay, so let's find the zebras first. The zebra, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So only 5 children like the zebra. How many children like the seal? Let's find out. Only 1. All right, so now we have 5 plus 1. So 5 plus 1 more. What number goes after 5? It's going to be 6. And you're going to go ahead and write your answer over here as well. Your answer is 6. Because 5 kids that showed the zebras plus 1 more gives you 6. All right, number 12, boys and girls. How many more children shows lions than seals? So, boys and girls, here we are comparing these two. We're not putting them together. We are comparing them. We want to know how many more shows the lion over the seal. So in that case, now we're not going to add. We're going to take away. Do not forget to write your minus sign, and then you're going to write your equal sign. And here we go. We're going to see how many kids like the lion. The lion. Don't forget, when you take away, your greater number has to come first. Because it's not like addition. Addition, it doesn't matter the order of the addends. For subtraction, you have to remember to put your greater number first. So we're going to make sure of that right now. How many kids like the lion? For the lion, we said that we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. That should be your first number, is your greater number. Oh, what's going on with this pen? Don't fail me now, pen, please. All right, how many seals? How many seals? How many children like the seal? Not how many seals. Only one child like the seal. So it's going to be 8 minus 1. Oh, no. Don't do this to me, pen. Oh, no. Okay, so here we go to plan B. Let's see if this one works. Yeah, it does. All right, so here we go. We're going to say 8 minus 1. If you have 8 and you take away 1, it's like counting backwards. When we only take away 1, we're counting backwards 1. So we think what number goes before 8. And we know that the number that comes before 8 is actually 7, right? And then you also write your answer over here. 7 more children like the lion than the seal. Only one kid like the seal. So here we go. We're going to move on to our question number 13. This is not the last one, by the way. You still have one more. So question number 13, it says, how many more children shows the lion than zebras and seals all together? Okay, so once again, we are comparing two things. So in that case, we are not going to put them together. We're not going to use addition. We're going to use subtraction. We're going to put the minus sign because we're going to take away. How many more children chose lion? So lion is one group, than zebras and seals all together. So that means that here with the lion, we have one group. And here we have another group. Right? So let's take a look at the lion group first. How many kids like the lion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we say that 8 children like the lion. Minus, now we need to do addition and then subtraction, because we need to put these two together, but we already put them together, and it's over here. Remember what happened when we put the zebra and the seal all together? How many were there? There were 6 animals. So that's the number that we're going to use. Now we're going to say 8, take away 6. And then we are going to find our answer. And you have 2 ways to do this. You have the easy way. The easy way is to put 6 in your head. You put 6 in your head. And you're going to count all the way to your greater number. Because that's what we do when we subtract. When we subtract, when we take away, we count from the smaller number to the greater number. So you put 6 in your head, and you're going to count, you make a fist, and you're going to count till you get to 8. So this is my fist. After 6, we say 7 and 8. How many fingers did that take you? It only took you 2 fingers. So that is the easy way. Now, I also want to show you the hard way. The hard way will be by drawing A circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you're going to take away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you only have 2 circles left. That is your answer. Boys and girls, we're moving on to our last question on this lesson. Is question number 14. Use the graph at the top. How many children shows lions? So I want you to do this one on your own, because this one is super easy. And we answered these questions so many times. Use the graph. Here's your graph at the top. And you're going to count how many children like the lion. And I want you to go back and write me that number right here inside this rectangular box right there. All right, boys and girls. Now what you have to do is your math homework. So your math homework is basically a little bit extra practice for you. So you're gonna use you're gonna use these picture graph again. It's right here for you, and you're gonna answer a few questions. How many children chose bikes? I want you to guide yourself with the pictures. How many children chose skating over running? So this is actually a picture graph about our favorite outdoor activity. We cannot do a lot of outdoor activities nowadays, but it's alright. Everything, it's gonna go back to normal. You're gonna be able to do more outdoor activities soon. So no worries about that. We have the skateboard and we have the running, the kid running. So you're gonna be comparing these two. Don't forget, when you compare, you're gonna compare these two. How many empty spaces you have compared to the other one. All right, this one over here says write a number sentence to solve the problem. Use the picture graph at the top of the page. Once again, you're gonna use this picture graph. And it says how many more children chose bikes than running. Now you're comparing bike and running. Count these empty spaces compared to the biking. And you're gonna write it here. Don't forget, you're comparing. So that means that this is gonna be a subtraction, not addition. Finally, the last one here, you're gonna use numbers and pictures to show why a row with 6 smiley faces has one more than a row with 5 smiley faces. So now you're gonna draw. You're gonna draw 6 smiley faces and 5 smiley faces. All right. So we're moving on to our very last picture graph page. All right. So do you do chores at home? And I'm sure you do. Let me see if I can get this page. I need this line on my textbook. No, but it still looks yellow. I don't know why. Here it says use the picture graph to answer the questions. So here we have a picture graph. Do you do chores at home? Yes or no? And I hope all of you will fall into this category, because you have to work, you have to help at home. There's so much to do at home, and I'm sure you'll be a great helper for mom or dad, or maybe grandma or grandpa, or maybe an aunt or uncle, or maybe just for your siblings, right? How many children do chores at home? Write the number. How many children do chores? How many of them said yes? So that's the one. How many of them said yes? You count them, and that's the number that goes here. How many more children answer yes than no? Here you are comparing. So I want you to do subtraction. You're gonna do minus and equal. You're gonna take you're gonna count, write the numbers, and you're gonna take away. Don't forget, the greater number is always your first number. And number 3, one number is 10 less than 82. Circle the number, then write the number sentence. So don't forget, boys and girls, so this is your number 82. This is part of a review. So this is actually review from another chapter. So has 10 less. 10 less is 1 10 less. So we're gonna take away. We take 1 away from 8. Don't forget, the 10s are the ones that are gonna change, but the 2 ones stay the same. So one number is 1 less than 8. It's 8 minus 1, and that's your number. And it's like you're taking away 10. 82 minus 10 equals, find out for me, please. And then the last one, this is actually the last one, count forward. Write one number is missing. Write the number. So let's count together. 110, 111, 112. One number goes after 112. And then the last one is done for you, 114. All right, boys and girls. Now, excuse me, now that you're done with your math lesson for today, you have the choice of doing iReady right now. iReady, once again, is an app. If you have a computer, it's okay. You can type the website iReady.com. Do not forget your username and password, and you're all set to go. Bye, boys and girls. Have your science ready, because that's the next thing we're gonna do. We're gonna do science now. All right. Bye, boys and girls. See you soon.